Hi everybody, thanks for stopping by to see what's next. Today I am making an eggnog bundt cake, which I have never done before, but I figured since I have the eggnog, may as well give it a go, right? Right. Also, I don't know about you, I haven't had eggnog in probably 15 years, and I drink maybe an eighth of a cup at a time. So I got it at Costco, which is always a poor decision. Costco is not the poor decision. Buying eggnog at Costco is the poor decision. And now I have a lot of it. So, but I will say I was taking meds for a minute. Eggnog is the perfect texture to be able to swallow a medication with because it's thick enough to where it takes it down. So what are we going to start with? I guess we can start with, let's start with the wet, I suppose. Okay, so it calls for 1 cup of butter, which this is a quarter. So half of this is 1 cup of butter. So I'm going to get that into the mixer. And then I have to bring the, what's it called? The cream cheese, which is, it also calls for cream cheese. I have to get the cream cheese up to room temp. So I'm going to put that in the microwave for probably 20-25 seconds. And then we will cream the wet ingredients together. Alrighty, let's get that in there. Perfect. Okay. Now I haven't made a bundt cake in a minute. I think the last ones I made were in spring. Bundt cakes are honestly, though, so easy. And if you haven't given it a go, definitely try it. There are some super foolproof recipes where you can just use boxed cake mixes, and it kind of takes the hard work out of it. I'm going to say hard work is probably not the terms, but it maybe makes it easier, especially if it's your first go round with a bundt. I've already preheated the oven to 350. So this is meant to bake for 50 to 55 minutes in the oven on 350. Let me get out a bowl big enough for the dry ingredients because okay, yikes, sorry. Because although I'm going to warm this cream cheese in this bowl, I'm also going to use this bowl to mix the dry ingredients. Okay, let me go pop this in the oven for 20 seconds and we'll be right back. All right, so this has now been in the microwave for 25 seconds. I'm going to pop this mixer open and dump this stick of cream cheese in. You can see it's already melted there, which is fine. All right. I'm going to save that for my dirty utensils. This I'm going to turn on in just a second. Dry ingredients. We are going to do flour is 3 cups. Now this bowl looks real small, right? And I made muffins this morning, so the measuring cups are still in here. Again, I know I should be spooning the flour into the measuring cup, but I've really only had one recipe go south, and that was well, anyway, it was actually a blueberry muffin recipe, but all right. 3 cups of flour, 1 teaspoon of cinnamon, nutmeg, and baking powder. Cinnamon, nutmeg, baking powder. This is 1 teaspoon for each of those. There's 1. Here's going to be 1. And nutmeg. Oops. I'll be honest, I don't love the smell of nutmeg. I understand its purpose, especially in baking, but I don't love it. And then, oops. All right, let's go on and whisk this together to mix it up. And am I missing anything here? Oh, the baking soda. Goodness gracious. This is going to be a half teaspoon. This container is getting me through it with the baking soda. That looks about half. Okay. So we'll whisk this just to mix it. It smells divine, like the holidays. Okay. That's all mixed up and ready to go. I'm going to reset this kitchen a little bit, though it's not that dirty. I would like to put some stuff away. So let me put some stuff away and then we'll come back and do the wet. Okay, so I have put some stuff away just because I'm trying to get in better habits in the kitchen. It's not going great, but at least I did it this time. Cream cheese and butter is already in the mixer, so I'm going to go ahead and turn that on. I think this is supposed to be on like a medium speed. Let's see, butter and cream cheese until combined. And then we're going to add the sugar to it. The sugar, we are adding 1 3/4 cups. So that's mixing up nicely. Here's 3/4. Here's a 1. Okay, and this looks so good. Let me show you what this looks like. Oops. Yum. Okay. Whoever said no to butter and cream cheese, I don't want to know them. Okay. This looks heavenly, and I'm sure it tastes divine as well. All right, so I'm going to turn that back on. It's on a low medium speed. And now I'm going to add the 1 3/4 cups of sugar. And I'm going to just add those directly into the blender, though I'm going to turn it down to the lowest setting. And then 1 3/4. Okay. Then we're going to wait till this gets mixed. So I'm going to turn that up just a little bit. I still have dishes in the sink from this morning over there. I made blueberry muffins. I really wanted the ones from Costco, but I have all the ingredients, so may as well just make them, right? Okay, this is looking good. What does it want from me next? Then we'll add the rest of the wet ingredients to this. So this looks very typical for cream cheese, butter, and sugar. Also, when you make sugar in with butter and cream cheese, or even just cream cheese and sugar, whatever that mixture is, depending on the type of sugar you use, it's still going to be crystallized. So those sugar crystals don't go away unless there's typically heat or liquid involved, to which there's none in here. So that's just how it is. We are going to add 1 cup of eggnog, and hopefully this one has enough, but I know I have another bottle in the fridge. So we'll do 1 cup of eggnog. No, okay, that's just a ring on the bottom. Okay, 1 cup of eggnog. Perfect, this is gonna be enough. Uh-oh. Okay, oh no, oh no. Oh gosh, oh boy. Oh gosh, spilling everywhere. All right, there's our cup of eggnog. Give that a close. I love the smell of eggnog. It takes me back to my childhood. I can remember when my mom and dad used to drink eggnog and also add like brandy, I think, to it, or whiskey or something. All right, sugar, pour from the heart. Not sugar, vanilla. Vanilla, pour from the heart. It calls for 2 teaspoons. I probably just put in about a tablespoon. Too much vanilla, I've not had an experience where too much vanilla has ruined anything. Okay, now eggs. Good old eggs, right? This recipe calls for 4 eggs. there's one. Here goes two. Here's three. And last one is four. And I know cinnamon is supposed to go in somewhere. Okay, there's that. Let's keep this over here. Okay. Eggnog, eggs, vanilla mix. Where is the cinnamon on here? Cinnamon, 1 teaspoon. I did do cinnamon. Okay. I did the cinnamon and the nutmeg. Okay. So here's our dry mixture. Our wet mixture now looks like vanilla cake batter, but eggnog flavor. That's what it looks like. It's kind of thin. So I'm going to take this spatula and get the sugar off of the paddle. But I don't know if you can see this. It's kind of battery, right? Without having any flour in it. Okay, now we are going to add the dry mixture without over mixing, which we probably will do. And then we're going to put it into our Bundt can. We're going to put it in the Bundt pan and bake it for about an hour. And then we will let it rest and cool down. I haven't decided what I want to do for the icing. I don't know if I want to do the glaze, because you can do an eggnog glaze. I'm leaning more towards attempting an eggnog cream cheese frosting, because I think that will be superior. Because again, cream cheese frosting, am I right? Okay, let's add the second bit of that. Do you like eggnog? I know it's kind of an acquired taste. Definitely didn't love it as a kid. I still don't love it. I do love the smell of it, but I don't necessarily love to drink it. Okay, let's get this in. Perfect. That is excellent. It's all in there. Whoops. Okay, and this is getting thicker, which is nice. And I'm doing it on low. If I did it on high, it would definitely overmix. Here, right now, there's only a 75% chance it'll overmix. Oh, goodness. I should do more research on what it looks like to actually overmix a batter. Okay. This looks good to me. Smells good. Smells real good, actually. Okay. Got my spatula. You can see too that bundt cakes, it doesn't take a lot for them to come together. I mean, it's been what? 15 minutes or so? And then it's just gonna bake. So, not difficult. This is what it's looking like inside. So it definitely thickened. Now, I'm gonna take the bundt pan, not the bundt can, and I have this Pam baking spray made with flour. This I learned early on. This is the spray to use with a bundt cake, because this will make it fall directly out of the pan without sticking. So this in excess, okay? It's gonna seem like a lot, it is, but I also want the cake to plop right out. So you can see I'm getting it nice and white. This baking spray has flour in it. Okay. All right, so there we go. Looks like a crazy amount. I gotta make sure I get that center part right. Okay, so, oh, it smells good though. This one definitely smells better than the off-brand that Walmart has. I haven't actually used Pam brand for bundt cakes, but I've used the off-brand, and the off-brand is great. I shouldn't say off-brand. I haven't used Pam for a bundt cake. All right, let's go on and get this batter in. Oh, goodness. It's a little thinner at the bottom, that's for certain. Okay. Oh, I just saw a chunk of, it's either a chunk of butter or sour cream. That actually makes me a little bit nervous, because if you've ever made a cake before where the butter is in the batter and hasn't melted completely, it'll actually affect the rise. Though there are some recipes that'll call for cold versus room temp or melted. So this recipe specifically called for room temp, which is what I had. So we shall see. We will give this our best shot, right? Okay. Tempted to try the batter. Okay. I'm gonna kind of just help this out, leveling it, which I usually hit the pan on the counter, but I also typically use silicone baking dishes, where this one is obviously not silicone, it is metal. Okay. I'm gonna do this. We'll get this in here, and let me try to get this last one right here. There we go. Okay. Now, I'm gonna put this in the oven for 50 to 55 minutes. It honestly could end up being 60 to 70 minutes, just depending on whenever the Q-tip, the toothpick comes out clean, on 350. So I have the oven ready to go, and this is gonna go in. When we come back, I'll show you this rising in the oven, or it'll be freshly taken out. Okay, so this has about 18 minutes left till it reaches the 50-minute mark. You can see it has risen quite a bit, and the top is looking good. It's bubbling right over here, which leads me to believe there is butter, and it smells so good. So we'll see what it looks like shortly. Okay, it has been just under 50 minutes. I am going to, oops, sorry, not very good at the one-handed thing. I'm gonna go and let's see what this looks like. Oh, that is definitely not cooked. So that is definitely gonna need more time, but it still smells great and it looks beautiful. So let's give it that extra time it needs, and probably, I don't know, another 8 minutes. Hopefully the top doesn't burn. Okay, it has now been just under an hour. Let's check this out. Perfect. All right, let's take this out of the oven and cool it off. Looks beautiful. Maybe it's slightly under. Let's see. No, it's good all the way around. Okay, I can't remember if I'm supposed to wait or just dump it out. So I guess we'll just go for it, huh? It seems like it's okay to come out. Let's see. Oh, there we go. That probably could have stayed in the pan and baked a little bit in the pan, but it also came out really nicely, which I'm happy about. Let's get the frosting ready. Okay, so I'm gonna do a full stick of cream cheese. Let's turn this way. Oh, and this needs to be dried. I'm gonna do a full stick of cream cheese, 2.5 cups of powdered sugar, some vanilla, and then some eggnog. So let's go ahead and put that right on in. And we'll get that mixing up. Now that's a little colder than room temp, but it's defrosted a little. Defrosted, it was never frozen. It's warmed a little bit. Okay, then let's see, 3/4. I guess we'll go for 2.25. It is mixing out just fine, which is nice. I'm gonna grab the eggnog. I have some cinnamon here as well. We'll do some of that. And now that I think about this, this was premature because I can't put icing on this right now. Okay, what is this? A quarter? A half a teaspoon of cinnamon. I'll go for a little bit more. Let's just go for a full teaspoon, huh? Okay. And then from the heart, vanilla. Okay. That's not what I want. Spatula. Also, when I was editing the video, I saw it only took 13 minutes to prepare the bundt cake. So if you're ever in need, dire situation, you need a cake. That was not even from a box mix. So imagine how quickly you can do a boxed cake mix, bundt cake. Pretty quick. There we go. Let's get that even more. Even cinnamon cream cheese is good. All right, I am going to kind of measure this out. This is the 3/4 cup, so oops. 3/4 cups, I'll do this 3 times. 1, and oh shit. 2, and 3. So that's 2.25 cups. 2.25 cups of powdered sugar. I'm gonna mix that on low. I'm gonna grab the eggnog and we're gonna use that. Okay, so here's our eggnog. That might be enough. Okay, I'm gonna add a little bit more. It's looking a little thick and gummy. Looks good, but let me get the stuff off the edges here. Honestly, still a little thick and gummy. So let's add some more eggnog. Also, if this doesn't turn out, I clearly have time to make either just a plain cream cheese or the eggnog glaze. It looks good. Let's see. It's kind of a tan color. Oh, that's good. That is good. I'm going to leave that. I probably should have done a double batch. Okay. Now. I'm going to put it in a piping bag. Cut a little hole at the bottom. And we will, there we go. Get this all off the paddle and into our piping bag. Oh gosh. Oh boy. Okay. Now, when this is cool, my icing is ready. More frosting. And we will frost it up. Okay, so let's see. It's hot. We'll give it about an hour and a half or so, and then we'll come back and frost it and give it a go. We'll give it a try. We'll eat the eggnog cake. All right, we'll see you soon. All right, so as you can see, I've transferred the eggnog bundt cake over to this cake cloche, cake plate, whatever you want to call it. The center of it is still a little bit warm, but we're going to risk it, okay? A little melted frosting never hurt anybody. Okay. So this is that cream cheese frosting that I had already mixed up. And I just cut a hole. Oh, this icing is it's not as firm as I had hoped. But it'll be fine. It's gonna be my saying from now till forever. It's all gonna be fine. Okay. You know, because of its thinness, it will very likely run down the cake. And it'll just be what it is. Okay. More inclined to fill the center than I am to do anything on the outside, but I suppose I could do something like that. Okay. Throw that away. It's pretty cute, right? I'm gonna get a butter knife for the center. And that, oops, geez, sorry. Just try to do that. All right. Well, I think that came out really nice. Okay. Let me cut that. Let me get a plate so I can cut this and give it a try. Okay, I have my plate now. Let me get a fork. I think I would like this back here. Okay. I'm going to do a small piece because I haven't eaten dinner yet. It's moist. It is moist. Okay, let's give this a try, shall we? Let's try the top of it. The eggnog comes through at the end. It tastes like a cinnamon cake, but the eggnog definitely comes through at the end. Frosting is good. The cake itself is good. I like that. I like that a lot. 13 minutes of mixing for a delicious creation. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for hanging out and seeing what's next. Who knows? Maybe we'll do 10 days of Christmas desserts. Can I commit to that? That's a lot. Maybe like 5 days. Maybe 5 days, right? I could commit to 5 days. Here's day 1. I hope everyone has a beautiful rest of your break, if you're on break, or a beautiful rest of your weekend, or a beautiful upcoming week and an amazing holiday season. As always, thanks for stopping by to see what's next. Like, subscribe, share, and we'll see you again soon. Bye.